I know. I saw it. I got hit and run.
You bringing some water? I have on video. You seen that video? Didn't you? I mean,
Test, test, test. Test. The moment we've all been waiting for. Friday Night Lights is back here in French Lick, Indiana, as the home team Hawks will take on the visiting Eastern Greene Thunderbirds. Welcome back to football. We've all been waiting for it. Friday Night Lights. I'm Caden Lee, and I'm here to broadcast the home team Hawks versus Eastern Greene Thunderbirds. Let's kick it off with a little bit of a preview. The Hawks are coming off a 5-5 season. They had over 1,900 rushing yards. They're a rush-first team. They will rush the ball, run, 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 run. They'll mix in the pass a few times, but they are looking to run it right up the gut. They still did have over 1,000 passing yards, but that'll take a toll here tonight as quarterback Maverick Land is injured. They'll be bringing in senior Connor Chase, who was previously a running back / wide receiver. He is now going to fill in for the QB position. The Hawks have beat the Thunderbirds 3 out of their last 4 appearances. And they have not lost at home to the T-Birds since 17-18 season. So the Hawks are looking to increase that win streak, see what they can do. Some key names to be looking out for the Hawks tonight. Case Jones. All-PLAC a season ago, he's going to be a huge part of their defense. He had 70 solo tackles and 7 sacks. Just look for him in the backfield all night long. Jonas Hammond, he's a defensive and offensive threat. Offensive line, defensive line. He was All-PLAC as well. He had 80 solo tackles and 4 sacks. He's a huge part on both of the lines. Without him, he's the leader. So without him, the Hawks, that would... Connor Chase will play QB while Mav Land is out, and he's going to be a huge part of their rushing game. Like I said, they had over 1,900 rushing yards a season ago, and Connor Chase coming in at QB. Mav Land hurt. Connor Chase fills the spot. He's going to be coming in at QB, trying to get the run game going, and he's going to be a huge part of that. Senior Laren Childers as well will be a huge part of the rushing game. He got hurt a little bit last year, missed a few games, but he is here and will be in full effect for this game against Eastern Greene. Christian Hamilton, a junior, played maybe 1 or 2 games last year, and he will be a huge part of this year's running game. They're looking forward to him. Let's kick a little preview over for the T-Birds. The T-Birds also are looking to run the ball heavy, as they had over 1,600 rushing yards and 30 total touchdowns. The T-Birds are led by senior James Lewis, number 6, their running back. He is the biggest piece of this team, as he had 15 of their 30 touchdowns and 1,100 of their 1,600 rushing yards. He got injured in this very game last season and missed a couple of them, but he is back and he's ready to make a huge impact. So we definitely should look out for him, James Lewis. Senior, standing about 5'10", 175 pounds. He will be a huge part of this Eastern Greene offense. The junior, Peyton Lewis. He'll play a bigger role this season, no pun intended. He is a 255-pound QB, tight end, running back, and linebacker. He is everything for the T-Birds, and he's 255 pounds. He'll sub in the QB some, and he's just looking to run it right up the gut. He's looking to get the ball, get up the gut, truck somebody, and keep going. He's a big guy. Now we talk the preview. The game is about 8 minutes away. I'll see you then.
How you doing there, Speedy?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Pretty nice night for a football game, isn't it?
It is. It's been a long time coming for a Friday night light football game.
Couldn't ask for better weather, could we?
No.
Looks like the teams are all done with their warm-ups. We're starting to get the flag bearers out underneath the flagpole, ready to get us started, waiting for our boys to hit the field. So, Speedy, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about you here?
I'm Speedy Lee. I'm a junior here at Springs Valley High School.
You've been part of the media class for how many years now?
This is my second year in the media class.
And you started live streaming broadcasts with us a little bit last year?
Yes.
No, 2 years ago,
Yeah,
before
2
you were
years
even
ago,
in the
yes.
class.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by the Springs Valley Blackhawk Brigade. football game between the visiting Eastern Greene Thunderbirds and your Springs Valley Blackhawks.
Here we go. It's almost about that time as the Eastern Greene Thunderbirds are making their way onto the field as we're waiting for the home team Hawks to come out here. Fans are patiently waiting for the Hawks.
Supposed to have.
And here come your Springs Valley Blackhawks. They're running onto the field for the first time in 9 months. The crowd loves it. The Hawks love it. Here we go. We're getting ready to kick it off here in Friday Night Lights. I am Speedy Lee, and I'm here on the call for your Springs Valley Blackhawks going up against the T-Birds. I think this is going to be a pretty good matchup, as though the Hawks have beat the T-Birds 3 out of their last 4. T-Birds coming off of a disappointing season, going 2-8, but they've battled through a bunch of injuries, and they're coming back here. Everybody is fully healthy, and I think they're ready. We're ready to have a great football game here tonight. And as the captains come out, injured senior quarterback Maverick Land comes linked in arms with senior Xander Cook. QB1 as of now, Connor Chase, and senior Laren Childers are coming in for the leader for the captain's meeting for the flip the coin.
Jaheim Hamilton. At safety, a senior number 22, Connor Chase.
See what's going to happen as they flip the coin.
Number 34, Laren Childers. At defensive end, senior number 43, Xander Cook.
The Hawks have won the toss and they deferred. They're going to kick it to the T-Birds. It is about that time. Football is back as the Hawks are getting ready to kick it off.
Tristan Edwards. At linebacker, a senior number 66, Jonas Hammond. And a defensive tackle, a junior number 73, Pace Jones.
The Hawks do have a couple of injuries as Keaton Pritchett is not 100%, but it looks like he'll be playing, and quarterback Maverick Lance has a hand injury with the cast on, and he'll miss a few weeks. But, you know, they're a big team. They were young last year. They're getting a little more veteran, and we're in for an exciting season. Here we go as they take the field to kick the ball off to the T-Birds. Number 6, James Lewis, is going to be a huge player for Eastern Greene to look out for as he lines up to the right at about the 15-yard line to receive the kick. And senior 34, Laren Childers, will kick it off after number 7, Griffin McGee Sr. Graduated after being a 4-year kicker for the Hawks.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. Hello again, everyone. The Blackhawks won the toss. They will defer their choice to the second half. That means they'll kick off. They're moving here in this first quarter of play. They are in black. Eastern Greene is in white. Laren Childers getting set to kick off.
Here we go.
T-Birds, James Lewis.
The Hawks are wearing black, Eastern Greene's in white. And here we go to start the season. Laren Childers going to put it up about 15 yards, and Eastern Greene is going to receive it. And here we go. Let's start the game. Eastern Greene's offense is coming out, and Springs Valley defense is going in as well. We're going to start off with 1st and 10. Here we go. Senior Jonas Hawk will start it off. Switch from 10 to 3. He'll play a huge role here. He had nearly 500 passing yards, and they'll be running first as James Lewis is lined up to his right. He fakes the snap one time. He's out of the shotgun. He snaps it. He drops back to pass. Looking for somewhere to go. He lobs it up. First play. And Jaheim Hamilton defends it, and it goes incomplete. It was intended for number 11, Lance Stevens, and Jaheim Hamilton was there on the coverage.
Jaheim had him pretty covered up. There's no way he was getting to that ball.
Yeah. He just kind of launched it up there. Jaheim Hamilton fought back for it, and he was there for great coverage. He has a long wingspan. He's a long player, good player. And here we go, 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass for the T-Birds. Lance Stevens is in shotgun once more. James Lewis is to his left. It looked like a kind of a misplay, and Lance Stevens will still just take the snap and take off. Looks like he wasn't ready for that snap there as he was trying to get ready, and the center snapped it. He looked to his left and right like he was confused and took off down the middle of the field for about a 5-yard gain.
Looked like Jonas is in on that tackle there.
Yes. Jonas Hammond brings him down. It is 3rd and 5 at the 45-yard line. First 3rd down of the season here. Jonas Hawk is in shotgun once more. James Lewis is lined up behind him. Here we go here. He takes a snap. He'll hand it right to James Lewis. James Lewis is going left. Makes a move right. Gets the first down. He is tackled by Connor Chase, but there is a flag down on the field at around the 50-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a hold. See what happens here. Refs are talking it over. Looks like about a hold or something like that. Let's see. They are talking about it, so it might be. And they're going to pick it up. It's going to be 1st down T-Birds. 1st down T-Birds at Springs Valley's 45-yard line. Gain of 11. They threw the flag down, and then they talked it over, and they decided they needed to pick it up. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the T-Birds at Springs Valley's 45-yard line. They're going to go in shotgun once more. Jonas Hawk with James Lewis lined up to the right. They have the big 255-pound wide receiver lined up to the right. Doubles out. He drops back to pass once again. He's hurried out. May have been held. Doesn't call it. He has room to move out, and he'll be forced out of bounds at around the 30-yard line by Tegan Rominger and Connor Chase. It was great coverage by the secondary as Jonas Hawk dropped back to throw. Couldn't see anywhere to go. Gets out of the pocket as he was rushed by junior Case Jones. He may have been held there, but it was missed, and he takes it off to around the 35-yard line. So another 1st and 10 here. T-Birds are moving it efficiently right now. Jonas Hawk and shotgun again. James Lewis to his right. They have single receivers out both sides. Jonas Hawk drops back to throw. Throws a little out route, but it's hit hard by James Walls. What a great play on that. He dropped back, let him catch it, and then hit him. Only for about a couple yards.
That offensive line made a real great pocket for him to pass out of.
Yes, they do. They actually do a great job on that in film. They're big guys. They are definitely cornbread fed linemen. They are some big guys. We're set up for a 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard gain. This defensive line for the Springs Valley Blackhawks are no joke. Juniors and seniors, I mean, they're no joke as the ball's kind of loose and Xander Cook hits him in the backfield. Bad snap by the center. Jonas Hawk bobbled it, and Xander Cook threw him to the ground at around the 40-yard line. Excuse me, they'll call it at the 38. They'll call him down at the 38. It's 3rd and 14 here for the Hawks. Or, excuse me, there's 3rd and 14 for the T-Birds. James Lewis lined up to Jonas Hawk's left. They have doubles on both sides, 255-pound wide receivers lined up right. See what they choose to do on 3rd and 14. They fake the handoff, throws it across the drag. 3rd and 15, missed the tackle, James Walls. He'll get absolutely hit by Jaheim Hamilton, but they'll get in the red zone at the 5-yard line. They threw a quick drag to senior Ty McKnight. He's a 6'1". Ty McKnight is a 5'9", 145-pounder. He catches it and goes. James Wall misses a tackle. No, they will be called. They said his knee hit at the 12. Initially, he dove around to the 5, but they say his knee hit at the 12. 26-yard gain. That was huge for the T-Birds. I don't think Valley was ready for the quick slant drag thing there. T-Birds, they hand it off to James Lewis. He's going to be a big part. Runs right through the line, and he's going to slip up but keep the leg churning and fall at around the Okay, it is 2nd and goal as they were inside the 10 on their pass play. They're at around the 5-yard line here. James Lewis to his right. See if they go to him again on 2nd and 3. They do. They hand it to him. James Lewis makes James Walls miss, and he'll go in the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. What a drive there for T-Birds. They got the ball. They methodicalized all the way down the field, and they score 6.
Right at the beginning of this drive, we had them on a 3rd down and allowed them to score. Speedy's better at this than I am. So we had them at 3rd down opportunity, but they were able to convert and push it all the way down the field.
They were. This is a stronger T-Birds team than we've seen in the past. And before we would see, T-Birds run, but they've changed up their scheme a little bit. They've passed a little more, mixed it in there. And the extra point is in as it'll be 7-0 T-Birds. It was a great start for the visiting T-Birds as the Hawks had them down 3rd and 14, and T-Birds drove it all the way down and scored a touchdown. But the Hawks will have their shot as they're set to receive the ball here. Eastern Greene talking about it here. Senior Jaheim Hamilton and junior James Walls are back to receive the kickoff. They are some two dangerous return men. Two seniors, fast as lightning. If they get the ball, they have a chance to break it. Let's see if they do what the Hawks did and not give them a chance to break it. Let's see what happens. Kicker number 5, senior Zach West, who knocked in the extra point, is here to kick it off. Let's see what they choose to do. They get the whistle. Hawks will get the ball. Zach West will boot it off, and it will bounce in front of James Walls. He'll grab it. He's going left, getting blocks right. He goes left. He slips a couple tackles. He's still on his feet. He was bounced down. He bounces up. He's still turning his legs. Still on his feet. Never went down. They'll mark him down at around the 36-yard line. Great field position for the Blackhawks. James Walls, it bounces in front of him. He gets it, goes left, bounces off a tackler. Looked like he got slammed to the ground. Kept his balance, stayed up, and then finally brought down at the 35-yard line. After the great drive by Eastern Greene, the Hawks will have their chance to take it down, as Connor Chase will take in place of senior injured quarterback Maverick Land. Let's see what happens as Laren Childers is lined up to his left. Connor Chase is shotgun. They have trips out left. Looks like they tried to draw Eastern Greene offsides. Doesn't work. They're going to call a play. Connor Chase is going to take it by himself left. He's going to cut it up, slip a tackler, and then get tackled at around the 43-yard line. Be an 8-yard gain as it is 2nd and 2. Connor Chase, great job, and that's what Connor Chase brings to the table. Maverick is a great passer and can use his legs when he needs to. But Connor Chase is great with his legs, as he was a running back and receiver a year ago. They bring him in as QB, and they want him to run the ball, run, hand it off. They just want to do that. Christian Hamilton, they look a little confused here as Christian Hamilton becomes the running back. Laren will go to the wing. They have junior Christian Hamilton to his left. He'll hand it to Christian Hamilton. Christian Hamilton will make a man miss, but big boy Bryce Teague, 280-pound senior, will blow that play up as he'll lose one. It'll be a 3rd and 3. They're looking at 3rd down. They had a little bit of confusion. They finally get in the right place, and big 280-pound lineman blows the entire play up there. The clock reads 6:39 in the first quarter. It is 3rd and 3. They have double backs. It looks like sophomore Noah Allstott and senior Laren Childers. He'll hand it off to Noah Allstott. He'll cut it up. He'll reach up, and it all depends on the spot. He looks a little short to me. From here, he might just be just shy, and they might just go for it. They're at the 44-yard line. Might be Yep, they're going to mark him down a yard short, be 4th and 1, and the Hawks are staying on the field. The offense is staying on the field. Let's see what the decision they make. And they are in their own territory. They're down 7, and it looks like they're going to go for it. They want to score. They want to score, and they want to set a tone in the opening game, in the opening quarter for the Hawks. Let's see what they do here. Connor Chase is in the backfield, and they'll call a timeout. Coach Lowe does not look happy at all. As the play clock was running out, Connor Chase was not watching, it appears, as it ran to 5, 4, 3, 2, and then a timeout was called, and his coach is not happy on that. So there's be the first timeout. Springs Valley is down 7-0 to the Thunderbirds, as the Thunderbirds took the opening drive down for a touchdown, and the Hawks had decision time to make as it's 4th and 1. They did act like they were going out for it, but they called a timeout because of the play clock, and I think they still might go for it as they're talking about it, and they're leaving the same personnel in on the field. Here we go. The offense is coming back on the field.
Hawks having to call a timeout to avoid a delay of game. Still looking at a 4th and 1.
They did not want to have the delay game there. So Connor Chase is lined up with Laren Childers to his left. They have no all-star as the wing to the right. Connor Chase is going to take it right up the middle, and he'll may get the first down. Yes, he'll get a yard over the first down, and that's good enough for a first down, Springs Valley. Run it right up the gut, dive, and they'll get it for a yard. So they'll be at midfield here, and they wanted to set the tone. Fourth down, they said, hey, you go score a touchdown. We want 1-2, and they get the first down. Here we go. Augie Perkaiser is lined up to Connor Chase's left. Larry Childers has the wing. Fakes the handoff to Augie. Connor Chase is going to take it right up the middle. Look like he might have slipped one there. He does slip a tackle and then dives up the middle for about a gain of 5. Yes. They are now in Eastern Greene territory as it'll be a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 as there's 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Connor Chase is back. Christian Hamilton's back in the game. He'll be a huge part of the rushing game. See if they give it to him. They do. Christian Hamilton slips a tackle. He's at the 40-yard line. Looked like he might have broke it there. He slips a tackle and then gets shoelace tackle. He is a fast guy. He broke a tackle, and James Lewis, who is equivalently fast, shoelace tackles him there, but not before he gets the first down up and around the 37-yard line. First down, Blackhawks, as they look to Coach Lowe for the signal here. They line up. They're going to line up in the same formation. Connor Chase, QB. Clock reads 4:20. Connor Chase is QB. Christian Hamilton to his left. 2 receivers on both sides. Connor Chase is going to take it right up to the left. He's going to cut it up. He's going to slip a tackle. He's going to spin off a tackler at the 25. He's going to keep going at the 20-yard line. First down, Springs Valley. Some great running there for the senior Connor Chase. He'll slip a tackle. He's slipping tackles, spinning, stumbling all the way to the first down at the 20-yard line. Eastern Greene had a great drive, but Springs Valley is trying to match that as they have a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. First and 10. Connor Chase is lined up. Christian Hamilton's to his left. 2 running backs out wide. Larry Childers at the wing. Connor Chase, he's in shotgun. He snaps the ball. He'll hand it to Christian Hamilton one more time. He'll cut it up. Make a man miss at the left. And James Lewis will come in for the tackle. No call made. Looked like a face mask. Coach Lowe wants one there. Does not get it. Christian Hamilton will have to come out the game as his helmet fell off. He comes out of the game there. Augie Perkaiser, sophomore Augie Perkaiser is in the game, and he'll be huge tonight as well as he's a young guy, but he's a great back, great blocker. Yo, it is 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line. Connor Chase is in shotgun. Larry Childers is to his left. Connor Chase will take it up to the right, make a man miss. Driving his feet. It's a big pile. He'll keep driving his feet. He'll get about a yard or 2 maybe. It'll be another 3rd down situation. You know, and last year the team has changed because last year you can look at 3rd down. Yeah, of course you want to convert it, but you get 4th down in this territory, you can kick it. I don't know if you can say that this year. They want to score. Sometimes that's better if it works out. You get 6 instead of 3. But if you don't, it does not help you at all. As they're going to be at the 16-yard line for a 3rd and 6. Larry Childers to Connor Chase's right. He fakes it to play action. He's going to look to pass. He's looking in the end zone for Jaheim Hamilton. Lobs it up. Oh, right through the hands of Jaheim Hamilton. Right at the back of the end zone. He had it and went through his hands. He was trying to plant his feet in there that time and can't get him in. It's going to be incomplete. And, you know, they went for it in their own territory. Why not go for it again? As they are in Eastern Greene territory at the 16-yard line. Christian Hamilton is going to come back into the game. Let's see what they can do here. This is what football is all about. Take risks. They took a risk in their own territory, got it. Now it's 4th and 5 at the 16-yard line. Let's see if they can get it once again. Connor Chase, they have trips out to his left. Larry Childers lined up to his left. Connor Chase will run out to his left, looking to throw the ball. He has plenty of time. He doesn't anymore. Slips a tackle for another man to miss. Slips another tackle. He still throws it. Touchdown! Springs Valley! James Walls caught it! Are you kidding me? The magician Connor Chase makes men miss all the way down the field and scores. He'll throw a touchdown pass. He went out left, did a pump fake, spun back out right, slipped 3 tackles, still had the ball and lobbed it up in the end zone, and James Walls caught it for a Springs Valley touchdown. That'll make the score 6-7 with 1:57 to play. Touchdown Hawks. Here we go. They're going to go for 2. They're going to hand it off to Big Larry Childers, and he'll be stuffed. Yes, he'll be stuffed and will not get it. But what a touchdown throw there by Connor Chase. Moving to his left, then jukes back to his right and lobs it into James Walls. What a play there. That was huge. And it'll be 6-7. They do score their first touchdown, don't get the 2, so they'll be down 1 point. 2 great drives by the teams. I mean, these are 2 completely different teams than we've seen in the past. Eastern Greene, they improved a lot upon each other, and then Springs Valley's also improved a lot, and it's shown here on the field. 6-7 should be a great battle between the 2 teams. Springs Valley's ready to kick it off here with 1:57 in the first quarter, 6-7. And Eastern Greene will be set to return. They will not have James Lewis out there to return the ball. He appears to be fine. They just don't want him out there returning it because Springs Valley looks to be avoiding him on the kick anyways. But here we go. Larry Childers is coming out to kick it. Let's see, since James Lewis is out there, they might boot it, and they do boot it. It's going to be caught by number 15, Ty McKnight. He'll pick it up at the 10, slip Jaheim Hamilton at the 15, but he'll be clothesline tackled at the 20-yard line. That'll set up for a 1st and 10 Eastern Greene, but a huge tackle there. That'll be a huge clothesline tackle there by Xander Cook, senior Xander Cook. There on the tackle. It is the first game of the season, so you have some first game fatigue, even though you've been training all summer. Sometimes it's hard to still train for a game like this where you're in the sun and you're battling head to head. You know, you still get a lot of fatigue. It is the first game of the year. They'll have a lot of time to get rid of that. But here we go. Eastern Greene. Man comes in motion. They'll fake it to him. They'll hand it to James Lewis. Braden Collier. Huge stop there. Huge stop there as Lance Stevens. No, excuse me. Jonas Hawk faked the jet sweep to Ty McKnight and handed it to James Lewis. But Braden Collier was right there and slammed him down for a 2-yard gain as it's 2nd and 8, 1:24 left in the first quarter. They want to see what they can do as they had a huge 114. Jonas Hawk will have 2 people, 2 backs. He'll fake the handoff to Jonas Hawk. He'll hand it off to Evan Ferkenstand, and as a flag comes out right around the line of scrimmage, see what happens. Senior Braden Collier picks up the flag there. I don't know if that's a great move there. The officials are talking about it once more as this is their second flag, and they talked about both of them. Let's see.
against the Hawks. We've not had a preliminary signal. Now they're going to move it.
They didn't give us a signal there. They just moved the ball around 10 yards backwards. So I'm going to guess a hole, but we don't have any signal here on the penalty. That it will be the first penalty, and there will be no signal for the penalty, but they'll still move them back 10 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 18 here for Eastern Greene. Jonas Hawk in the backfield with Evan Firkenstan to his right and James Lewis to his left. He'll fake the handoff. He'll fake the handoff to both of them. He's looking to throw. He'll throw to James Lewis off the drag. He'll make a play, but Connor Chase slams him down by his legs that time as he gets past where they would have been without the penalty. And he was kind of like his last option. He throws it to James Lewis, tries to make a move on Connor Chase, and he slams him down there on 3rd, and it'll be 3rd down with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Now, Connor Chase was kind of covering 2 guys right there and made a great open field tackle.
He was. He was doing a great job in the flats as they made it hard on him as he had to stay in between 2 guys there. 7 seconds, and I think they're going to let the quarter expire. Yes, they are. 3, 2, 1, and they're going to let the quarter expire. And it is 7-6 Eastern Greene after 2 great drives, and that will be right back as action continues. Welcome back as the teams come walking back onto the football field. Eastern Greene started it off with a huge drive. They take it down 70 yards on 9 plays, and they'll score a touchdown. And the Hawks do the exact same thing, convert 2 4th downs and score after a huge pass by Connor Chase. Here we go. Jonas Hawk is lined up for a 3rd and 6. James Lewis out to his left. They have trips to his left as well. He's going to move out, looking for the throw. He looks for a man. He lobs it up in no man's land. It's going to be caught. Wow. But he dropped it. He dropped it. He threw it up into no man's land. Looked like number 58 junior Tristan Edwards was going to get that interception, but big 255-pound wide receiver Peyton Lewis works his way back to the ball, kind of hits Tristan Edwards, but he was going for the ball. He catches it and then get hit, but will drop it. It'll be 4th down. Now the Hawks went forward in their own territory, and it does not look like Eastern Greene would do the same. They're in punt formation. It's James Walls out back to catch it and go. Let's see here. Thought maybe it was going to be a fumble, but no, it was just an incomplete pass. Zach West punts it to James Walls. He's going to catch it. Thought it was going to bounce. Slips the tackles, moving out to the left. James Lewis comes flying in, hits him and down, and his helmet's going to be ripped off, and that's a little extracurricular, and they are going to call a penalty on him. That is the 2nd time this has happened. Eastern Greene, when Springs Valley is down, they rip the helmet off. That's the 2nd time this has happened, and they call it here for the 1st time. And James Walls will have to come out for a play. I don't know if they're going to call unnecessary roughness or let's see here. The whistle was blown and he kind of ripped his helmet off there. That's not what you want to see. They are a personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the Thunderbirds, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Springs Valley Blackhawks. They're moving some personnel as the second quarter starts. 11:42. Hawks are down 1 point, 6-7, but they have the ball after forcing Eastern Greene to punt it.
All the way down to the T-Bird 27.
Let's see what happens here as they line up.
An opportunity here for
Connor Chase is in the shotgun. It looks like Larry Childers is going to line up to his left, but they're still getting the play call here. They like to take their time, line up, call the play, do their thing. Obviously not too much time. You don't want to waste it off like they did earlier. Clock reads 16. They're now getting set up. Connor Chase is in the backfield. As the quarter is in shotgun, Larry Childers out to his left, and they have 2 receivers lined up wide. And okay, so we have a little trouble with the football there. Eastern Greene's football was still in the game, and Springs Valley finally gets their football in there. And now we're ready to line up. Hawks are down 1 after not getting the 2 point, but let's see if they can change that here. Connor Chase is in shotgun. Laren's out to his right, 2 receivers out wide. Connor Chase is going to run it up to the right. Slip a tackle. He's going to get a block. He's going to slip a tackle and tackle that around the 15-yard line. Some great runs. Hole opened up there. And it's going to be a 1st down, Springs Valley. A hole opened up here. And it's going to be a 1st down at the 15-yard line. Great rush by Connor Chase. He's been great tonight, running and passing the ball so far. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. 11:21 left here in the second quarter. Let's see. Laren Childers lined up to his right, 2 receivers out wide. Connor Chase in shotgun. This is a fumble. Connor Chase has to dive onto the football right all the way back to the 24-yard line. Sophomore Ethan Parker threw that snap right on the ground, and Connor Chase had no choice but to dive on it there. And that's not good, as it's going to be a 2nd and 17 at their own, or on Eastern Greene's 24-yard line. Don't want to see that kind of mistake there. As here we go, Connor Chase hands it off to Laren Childers. Laren Childers trucks him and spins off of him. Still going. Big guy, strong guy. Runs over a guy, spins off another one, and then gets 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 12. Like I said, these 2 teams are so improved, and we're in for a great game tonight. And here we go. It is no. It is okay. So at the 19-yard line, it is 3rd and 15. Connor Chase here in the shotgun, and once again, Laren Childers out to his left, but they'll have trips out left. Coach Lowe is trying to find something, but Connor Chase takes it out to the left, cuts it up right. Coach Lowe is not happy about that one bit. He doesn't like what he's seen on that before the snap even started. They ran it anyways, and the Hawks are looking at another 4th down. After the 5-yard gain, it'll be a 4-yard gain. It'll be a 4th and 13. They're going to have to convert. They are 2 for 2 on 4th downs. One of them led to a touchdown. Here we go. 4th and 13 at the T-Birds 17-yard line. Trips out right. Laren Childers out to Connor Chase's right. Connor Chase going to look to snap the ball. Trying to catch him off sides, and they don't. Timeout, Springs Valley. Coach Lowe will take a timeout. He didn't like what he's seen. That is their 2nd charge timeout of the half. 9:04 to go here in the second quarter here in Death Valley. The score is Springs Valley 6, Eastern Greene 7. Springs Valley has the ball at Eastern Greene's 17-yard line, and it's 4th and 12. Here we go. After Coach Lowe takes his second time out of the half, 9:04 to play. The teams are taking the field on Springs Valley's fourth down try of the game. It's 4th and 12. At the 17, they really want this one. After they're just down one, they get it all the way down here and make Eastern Greene punt. Punt. They want it. Connor Chase takes it out to the right. He's looking for somewhere to go. There's a flag down, maybe a free play. He'll throw it up to Jaheim Hamilton in triple coverage, and that'll be pass interference. So it's going to be incomplete, but a pass interference called there. So if the flag is on Eastern Greene, it'll be It'll be an automatic first down on the PI if that is offsides. I believe it is because Connor Chase double snapped it. So it looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 or a 1st and goal maybe. Yes, there is going to be offsides against the Thunderbirds. And then the pass interference is called. So that's going to be an automatic first down. Oh, no, excuse me. They're going to say Springs Valley jumped on the false start, and those penalties are going to offset after the pass interference. So that's going to offset. So we're here right back where we were, 4th and 12 on the 17-yard line. I thought they were going to call the offsides. They did not. Springs Valley jumped on that right side of the line. We're a little jumpy. Now it's 4th and 12 at the 17-yard line. Still a huge play. The twins out right. Christian Hamilton is in the wing. They'll call him in motion, and let's see. Timeout, T-Birds. Christian Hamilton came. That was a new formation. Have not yet seen that one. And they call Christian Hamilton in motion. They just want to make sure they know what they're doing on the motion, so they call a timeout there before the play is snapped. 8:56 left in the second quarter. Score 6-7 T-Birds. Here we go, 8:56 to go in the first half. Valley has the ball for a 4th down. Hawks really want this score here as they forced a punt, and they want this one bad here. This would be huge. They do not want to give T-Birds the ball back before half. Well, they'll get it back before half, but they don't want to get them back now. They want to score before they do. Twins out to the right. Connor Chase. He'll call Christian Hamilton in motion. He'll fake the jet sweep to Christian Hamilton. Connor Chase, wide open. James Walls. Touchdown, Springs Valley. Wide open, James Walls. He threw it up to him. It was a dot right to his chest. He was wide open. Touchdown, Hawks. Wow. Christian Hamilton came screaming across the field. He'll fake the pitch to him, and Connor Chase will be moving right. They were so focused on that motion. James Walls was wide open in the end zone. Threw it right to him for a touchdown, and they'll take the lead. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion once again as they want to go 14-7. They definitely do not want to not get this. Timeout, Springs Valley.
Third and final timeout. We still have 8:48 to go, but the Hawks are out of timeouts.
Didn't like that as he didn't have somebody on the field. Now the Hawks are out of timeouts here in the first half. That was a great play there. Connor Chase has 2 first half throwing touchdowns, and James Walsh has 2 first half receiving touchdowns. He was wide open in the end zone. Here we go. Griffin McGee, he was great kicking the field goal, but obviously he is gone. So they're going to go for 2. They didn't get it the first time. That'll make it now 12-7 here with 8:48 to go as they converted their 3rd, 4th down in a row. They'll go for the 2 to make it 14-7. Now kind of even the game up. That'll kind of even it up for the 2-point that they missed last time, but they really need this one. They do not just want to go up 5. They want to go up a full 7. Let's see what happens here. Connor Chase is going to be in the shotgun. Larry Childers is lined up to his right. Two single receivers lined up on both sides. Connor Chase. And Connor Chase will snap the ball. He'll run it himself to the right. He'll dive going straight. It's good! 2-point conversion's good. 14-7 Springs Valley. Hawks take the lead. It's 14-7 Hawks. There we go. It is 14-7. 8:48 to play in the second quarter. Springs Valley, 2 huge drives now that led to touchdowns after a big defensive stop. And they'll drive down, take another 4th down conversion that turned into a touchdown twice in a row. Connor Chase is playing great. James Walls is playing great. Springs Valley is playing great as they'll go up 14-7. That was huge with 8:48 to play in the first half. That is huge. They really wanted that one, and they got it. And now they're looking forward to another defensive stop here.
Well, the Hawks indeed.
Here we go. The Hawks.
Take advantage of the short field as they go 20
The Hawks took advantage.
leading 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and for the second time
The Hawks took around 3 minutes or so for that drive, but it led to a touchdown. Here we go. James Lewis is now back on kick return. I don't know if he's seen it, but he kicked it. No, he kicked it away from James Lewis. It'll be picked up. They'll be blocking. Number 11, Lance Stevenson, will take it, and he'll be dragged down by Springs Valley's Blake Buchanan. Sophomore Blake Buchanan comes out there on kickoff and takes him down. What a play there by the sophomore. Great job there on kickoff. And Springs Valley's defense coming out. They probably have one of the best defensive lines in the conference, as they are huge and strong. They're veteran. They don't have anybody less than a junior on their line. T-Birds are veteran as well. It's 1st and 10 at the 29. They'll hand it to James Lewis. He has nowhere to go. He just tried to lunge forward, but Braden Collier will take him down. James Lewis had nowhere to go, so he just lunges forward, and he'll get what he can, and he'll get about a gain of 2. Yes, he'll get about a gain of 2. It'll be gain of 1. 2nd and 9 here at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line. 8:16 to play in the second quarter. Hawks are up 7, 14-7. Here we go. Jonas Hawk. Yes, he's going to be in shotgun. They're going to be in a T formation. As James Lewis lines up behind him, they'll have doubles out left. He'll toss it to James Lewis, cut it up, slips the tackle going left. And he'll be brought down by junior Tegan Rominger. He'll get a nice little gain there. But that'll bring up a 3rd down Springs Valley. It'll be 3rd and 6 at the 31-yard. 3rd and 6, 31-yard line. Good tackle by Tegan Rominger. The defense was great on the last drive as Case Jones really led that defensive line there on the last drive. He had some huge tackles, and their secondary there has been great. Their secondary has been awesome. Even though they've had a couple dink and dunks, they still came up and made the tackles. Jonas Hawks dropped back the pass now. Good coverage. He had pressure by Larry Childers. Still gets hit, but he'll still deliver a great throw past midfield at the 47. That'll be caught by senior Ty McKnight. He's a 6'1" wide receiver. And Keaton Pritchett is groaning in pain there. His arm was hurting and he's groaning in pain there. And Keaton Pritchett will go down there.
Half of play, and now we've got an injury. Is that
Keaton Pritchard was groaning and praying, asking out, but then he'll just go down. He was released to play for his elbow. I know he was banged up, but he made the tackle and his elbow slammed to the ground. Looks like that's just a re-injury.
Right now, he's sitting up, got his helmet off. Oh, that is tough. He had I think it was an ulnar.
So that'll be injured there by Keaton Pritchard's on the field, and they're around him trying to get him up and off, and he will stand up.
Hit a helmet. I think the arm went numb.
He'll stand up and walk off the field. Hopefully he'll be good and ready to go, but it was a bad injury there to Keaton Pritchard.
In the meantime, 1st and 10 now for Eastern.
Here we go, 1st and 10 now for Eastern Greene, as they had a huge pass right there, and they're in Springs Valley territory at the 48-yard line. Jonas Hawk, as the T is lined up in shotgun, well, as the T-Birds are in the T formation, those out to his right. Jonas Hawk will call for the snap. He'll get it. He'll toss it out to James Lewis. James Lewis will try to slip up, but Case Jones grabs him by his jersey and then slams him on his back. And then Braylon Koves comes in there and makes the tackle. This is his first year playing at Springs Valley High School. He's a sophomore. He came in and assisted Case Jones on the tackle. He'll come in for Keaton Pritchard, who was injured. Braylon Koves, he is a sophomore. Did not play last year. Now he's playing this year. They're in the offset eye. Jonas Hawk pitches it out to James Lewis, but he'll be hit by Larry Chills in the backfield, and Tinker Romiger will finish it off. They're in the backfield. They're going to lose a couple there, as it is going to be. That'll bring up a third. That'll bring up a third down. Looks like a 3rd and 9. Brought him back about 3 yards. It's a 3rd and 9. 5:51 to play. 14-7 Hawks. 3rd and 9 T-Birds. They're going to talk it over in the huddle. Jonas Hawk will come out. We have yet to see an appearance at QB by Peyton Lewis. James Lewis comes in motion to the left. They'll come in. Jonas Hawk will slip multiple tackles. He'll still on his feet, and he'll dive forward for a first down. How he broke about 4 or 5 tackles there. Wow.
But how the Hawks were not able to bring down Jonas Hawk, I don't know. He did a Houdini act to get away from
Jonas Hawk was in the backfield. Xander Cook, Larry Childers, and Case Jones were all in his face. He took off going in the middle, make the man miss, and then just slipped every tackle that they threw at him and dove for the first down. So it'll be the first down in Springs Valley territory at the 35-yard line. Jonas Hawk will go out right or left looking for a throw. He'll get it, but he will be forced. He'll be forced out of bounds by Jaheim Hamilton, caught by Lance Stevenson. Lance Stevenson was forced out of bounds for a gain of 4. For a gain of 4, be 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line. After a Houdini, magician, whatever you want to call it, play by Jonas Hawk to get their first down. Eastern Greene, just like they did on the first drive, is driving it down the field again. And there we go. We'll see the 255-pound Peyton Lewis here at running back. Doubles out on both sides. Peyton Lewis will take it up the middle. He's 255 pounds, very hard to tackle as he goes up the middle. And Jonas Hammond will jump on his back, and Peyton Lewis will take him to around the first down. And finally brought down, I think it looks up here just shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 26-yard line. 3rd and 1 at the 25-yard line. Peyton Lewis will stay at running back or stay at quarterback. There is twins out to both sides. James Lewis is out to his left. Peyton will take it up the middle, comes it out left. He wouldn't pick up much, but he'll pick up enough that'll make it a first down. That'll make it a first down for the T-Birds. That was about a 2 or 3 yard gain, but it's enough to move the chains. Talking about where they're going to mark it, and they marked it around the 23-yard line. 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for the T-Birds. This is where Springs Valley is great. They were good a season ago at holding them here. They got here, and then they toughened up, and they grinded their teeth, and they stopped them here. But here, let's see. Jonas Hawk, they're on the ground. The ball's on the ground. It's Springs Valley football. Bad snap. Xander Cook dives on it. First down, Springs Valley. It was a low snap. It rolled all around the field, and Xander Cook was in the backfield immediately and dove right on the ball, and that'll make it a first down, Springs Valley. Wow, huge play there. That'll make it a 1st and 10. Springs Valley was Springs Valley was on their heels there, and I was just finished saying that they're great in that part of the field. They were on their heels, but they get a break, and Xander Cook will give them the ball back here at the 28-yard, at their own 28-yard line. 3:50 to play. They want to score before half. Laren Childers lined up next to Connor Chase, and there'll be a penalty. Yep, it'll be a false start on junior Tegan Romiger. And that'll cost them 5, so it'll be 1st and 15 now at their own 23-yard line. Lots of fans here in attendance for the first game of the year. We have a pretty good student section as it rings a whole section here in the bleachers. They've been pretty loud here, especially on huge plays. Here we go. They're looking at 1st and 15 after the false start. Connor Chase asking for the ball. He'll get it. He'll be running left. Makes a man miss. He'll be coming back right and then brought down and falls forward for about a gain of 3. About a gain of 3 there. It'll bring down 2nd and 12 at the about the 22-yard line there. Excuse me, it's at the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line. Connor Chase will be in shotgun. Laren Childers out to his right. Augie Perkaiser as the wing, and Jaheim and James are lined up, and twins out to the right. He'll fake the handoff. They'll fake the handoff everywhere. Eastern Greene was not fooled, but I was. I didn't know where the ball was going, but Eastern Greene knew exactly where they're going as they hit Springs Valley behind the line. Springs Valley really want to capitalize off a huge play there. They had Eastern Greene took it down the field. They fumbled the ball. Springs Valley gets on it. And now you want to take advantage, but right now they're not. It's going to be a 3rd and 16 at the 20-yard line. Excuse me, 3rd and 16 at the 24-yard line. 3rd and 15 at the 24-yard line. Connor Chase, they're obviously going to throw. He's going to drop back the pass. He's going to make a man miss. Looking for somewhere to go. He just has to throw it away, and that might be intentional grounding as there was nobody in the area, and it will not be called. James Walls was trying to cut back to it. Looked like nobody was in the area, but the penalty was not called. But it will bring up a 4th down. Springs Valley's had 3 4th downs, went for them all, converted them all. But I think this one might be too much and a little too far into their own territory. Let's see. Eastern may wanted to call a timeout there. There's 2:19 in the first half, but they won't get it because he did. Connor Chase lines up as QB. The big guys up front for Eastern Greene got a little jumpy, and they'll draw them off sides, and that'll bring them a little closer. Now they may think about going for this. It is now 4th and 10 in their own territory. 38-yard line, 4th and 10 at their own territory. No, excuse me, 28-yard line. 28-yard line in their own territory, 4th and 10. See what Connor Chase does. Maybe they're going to punt. Fakes again. Okay, now he backs up the punt. Let's see what happens. Nobody is back to return it for Eastern Greene. Timeout T-Birds. As they were in their defensive positioning, they were in their defensive position there, or defensive formation there, and they had nobody back to return it. And Coach Lowe, I think he might have drew that one up as Connor Chase was there as quarterback, and then he fakes the snap and then backs up like he's gonna punt the ball. T-Birds are not ready, and they called their second timeout of the game. And there's going to be another flag right next to Eastern Greene as they're in the huddle, and he just let it go next to their huddle. I wonder what's going on there.
During the timeout, both teams are huddling.
It is during the timeout.
Valley was way far away. I can't imagine it would have been on the Hawks at all. And now
They threw it.
Ray is coming out.
Travis Ray talking to the official as he threw it right next to the huddle. Let's see what that flag was.
What this flag is, hopefully we'll get an indication from the referee. Referee Kevin Chrisman, Mark Chrisman, the umpire, Brandon Lawson, the head linesman, line judge Alan Martin, and Keith Henderson, the back judge.
Okay, so it looks like the players were too far on the field. They just wanted to back them up. It looks like a sideline warning. 4th and 10. Connor Chase is going to be in the same formation. T-Birds still don't have anybody back to return the football. Even though they called a timeout, are they going to go for it? No. He's going to back up the punt. They still don't have anybody back even after the timeout. They still look like they're going to punt. They do punt it. Nobody's back to return it for Eastern Greene. The ball's going to take a Springs Valley bounce. Oh, it's going to keep rolling to the 30-yard line. They had nobody back to even stop it. They weren't expecting that. Connor Chase pulled a Ben Roethlisberger there as he looked like he was going to take it and go for it, but instead he backed up and punted it. But here we go. It is 1st and 10 at Springs Valley's 30-yard line. T-Birds have a chance to maybe tie the game up right before half, but Springs Valley may have other plans for them here.
Actually, they're going to mark it at the 40 or at the 31-yard line.
Let's see what happens. It is going to 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second quarter. Hawks are up 7. Double backs back for Jonas Hawk. James Lewis to his left. Guy to his right. He'll hand it off to number 26, who's going to break it up for a first down at around the 42-yard line. That'll be Evan Firkenstan, senior linebacker and running back. Everybody was expecting it there to go to James Lewis, but it went to Firkenstan for a first down. T-Birds.
And the first down here for the T-Birds as we get under 2 minutes remaining. Now they do have a good kicker inside.
A minute 51. The T-Birds have a great kicker here, and they might try to get a field goal range before it. They'll drop back to throw. Braden Collier's in his face. He'll try to get out. He's hit as he throws, but it'll be out of bounds past the marker as Augie Perkaiser and Braden Collier ran in his face there. They were in Jonas Hawk's face. He dropped back to throw. Great coverage downfield. He had nothing else to do but throw that thing out of bounds. That is his 2nd and 10 at Springs Valley's 43-yard line.
It didn't look like, Kevin, there was any receiver in that area.
Minute 38 to play. Let's see what happens here.
Chase, and his was probably more of an intentional grounding than what that would have been.
Let's see. James Lewis is lined up to his right. Doubles out on both sides. Jonas Hawk's going to drop back to throw. He'll throw it up. Nobody. He'll be incomplete. Looked like big 255-pound Peyton Lewis was intended, but it will be third down here. This is going to be the biggest third down of the ball game so far, as it's 3rd and 10, a minute 34 to play. It's been a pretty good game here as Hawks are just up 7. T-Birds get a pretty big stop, and now they want to score. Hawks are trying to look to make a stand here. This will be huge for Springs Valley. They do not have any timeouts to stop the clock, so if they want to force an incompletion here, they don't have the choice. Yes, they do. It'll be a play action. Looked like he handed it to James Lewis, and James Lewis pitched it back to him. Kind of like a Statue of Liberty, but it was kind of going sideways. And he'll throw it across the middle to number 11, Lance. Or no, excuse me. It'll be number 12, Peyton Lewis, the big wide receiver outright. There's twins out on both sides. James Lewis is lined up with Jonas Hawks right. Minute 15. He'll be in trouble, and he'll be brought down by Laren Childers. Laren Childers had him, and then the cavalry came and brought him down the rest of the way, and he'll be sacked down. T-Birds, they will call their third and final timeout of the first half. There's a minute 4 to play. Wow, great job there. It's Laren Childers. Absolutely flies into the backfield and sacks Jonas Hawks. That would be huge. Make the T-Birds use their final timeout. So as long as they keep them in bounds here, they might be able to keep the clock running. A minute 4 to play in the ball game. After that sack, it looks like it's going to bring up a 2nd and 16 up around the 40, up around Springs Valley's 49-yard line. T-Birds are at Springs Valley's 49-yard line, 2nd and 16. The boys are making their way back on the field after the T-Birds called that timeout. A minute 4. Let's see what happens. Maybe if they choose to pass and it's incomplete, they might choose to run just so that the clock won't stop for the Blackhawks. A minute 4 here in the first half. Jonas Hawk will drop back to throw. They're in his face, but he'll drop off a halfback screen to James Lewis. James Lewis making a man miss, and he'll be forced out of bounds. Right at that marker, it'll be 3rd and 10 at the 40-yard line for the T-Birds. Let's see what they want to do at the...
Offense is 3rd down.
So a 4-yard pass there from Hawk to Lewis.
Oh, excuse me. They said he stepped out of bounds before he kept going. He cut it up the sideline. They said his foot slipped out of bounds there, so it'll be 3rd and 13 at the 45-yard line. 58 seconds to play. Let's see if they will choose to run it just so the Hawks won't have a chance, or if they'll choose to pass it. Let's see what happens here. Jonas Hawk tosses it to James Lewis. James Lewis makes me miss. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. Finally pushed out of bounds, but there is a flag thrown all the way back at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what happens here. What is the call? Refs will talk about it. It might be a hold. It is. It is a hold. Eastern Greene. After a huge run by James Lewis, a huge run by James Lewis, it'll be called back with 51 seconds to play in the first half, and that'll hurt. Eastern Greene, if that stinks, they might have a chance to kick a field goal there before the end of the half, but it'll be a third. It'll be a 3rd and 13 at the 45-yard line. 51 seconds to play. Hawks are up 14-7. They might have had a chance to do. Could have had a huge chance to kick a field goal. They have a great field goal kicker, but they shot themselves in the foot on that one. The Springs Valley Blackhawks have done a great job, and Keaton Pritchett's back on the field after getting his elbow re-aggravated after hitting a helmet. Jonas Hawk is in an empty backfield. He's going to drop back to throw on 3rd and 16. He's just going to launch it up deep. It's picked off. No. It went right through the arms of James Walls. Hit him right in the chest, and he ran right through his arms. Almost an interception there for James Walls. Look, Jay, yeah, that's going to look like a cramp there. James Walls look like he picked it off. It doesn't look like an injury. It just looks like he has a cramp, and he's going to fall down there. Oh, it looks like a cramp as he's trying to work that one out. He's trying to work it out, stretch it out. And it will be 44 seconds to play. 4th and 16. Hawks are up 14-7. Looks like James Walls just had a cramp there. See what happens. Hawks are up 7. Yeah, it looked like just a cramp. They're trying to work it out. And James Walls is going to go ahead and jog. No, he's going to walk it off the field. 4th down. Let's see what the T-Birds choose to do. They are just at the 48-yard line of the Springs Valley Blackhawks. I don't know if they're going to choose to go for it and maybe give the Hawks a chance to score before half. They don't have any timeouts. Or they're going to punt it away and make Hawks earn the score here. Hawks don't have any timeouts, but I figure if they stop them here and they get it close enough to midfield, they'll make a charge for the end zone. But let's see what happens here. Let's see. No, they are going to go for it. Jonas Hawks has 2 backs next to him. Jane Lewis is 1 to the left, and Evan Ferguson is the 1. He's going to drop back. He's going to get sacked. No, he's not. He somehow gets it out, but Case Jones got it. Jace Combs. Case Jones and Xander Cook are going to slam him down for a loss, and that's going to be huge as there's 37 seconds to play, and that's going to make it a 1st down Springs Valley in Eastern Greene territory at the 48. They don't have any timeouts, but they still might try to throw it down the field, see what they can do.
If they don't take any, they're going to be running the ball. They ain't going to be throwing it.
Let's see. Are they going? They might chuck it downfield the way they've been playing. They might, take a chance. They've been taking chances all day, but they also might just run the ball here. Let's see. Connor Chase and shotgun has twins out. Connor Chase will run it up to the left. He'll cut it back up to the middle. He'll cut it back to the right. Looked like he had a spot of daylight there, but it was closed quickly by James Lewis. 30 seconds left. They don't have any timeouts, and they're just going to let this one run to the half. What a first half. The teams had equally great drives. The Hawks had 2 great drives. Eastern Greene had 2 great drives, but it was ended short. It was ended short by the Hawks as Xander Cook recovered a fumble, and clock 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to end it. It's going to be halftime. 14-7 Hawks as they were down 0-6. Crowd's going to get hype as they run into the locker room. Little first game fatigue, but that's all right. It is 14-7 as the Black Hawk Brigade is going to take the field. They're going to take the field for a little band, and it'll be Hawks 14, Eastern Greene 7. I'll be right back after the half. Here comes your Springs Valley Blackhawks. They're coming in here. Going to warm up to begin the first half. There's around 2 minutes and 55 seconds before we start. Let's talk about a little things first before we start. The Hawks are up 14-7. Hawks are up 14-7 here at about the beginning of the second half. Eastern Greene came out. They kicked it to Eastern Greene. They come out and come down a huge 70-yard touchdown drive. Then the Hawks get the ball back. They do the same thing. They don't get a 2-point conversion. It was 6-7. They stop Eastern Greene a couple times, make them fumble. Then they drive it down the field and score another touchdown. Connor Chase has 2 passing touchdowns, as James has 2 receiving touchdowns. It's 14-6. This game last year was not close at all. It was 28-6 at this point last year. Excuse me, it's 14-7. At this point last year, it was 28-6. Eastern Greene has definitely improved. I think the Hawks have improved too. 2 pretty good teams here facing off. Just a 7-point game. The Hawks are in a circle here, stretching it out. About to get ready for the second half. I'll see you then. I'm Speedy Lee, and this is Springs Valley versus Eastern Greene. 14-7 Hawks. Welcome back to Death Valley. The Hawks are up 7, about 40 seconds or so before we start this thing back off. Both teams were running the ball, kind of being a little conservative, but the Hawks did go for it on three fourth downs. The Thunderbirds went for it on one of them. They passed the ball a lot more than they did a season ago, but I think this half, I think both teams will throw everything that they have at each other. I think we're in store for a great second half. The Hawks are ready to go. It's the first game of the year. They had a little bit of fatigue. Now they go into halftime, get a break, drink some water, come back out and play some football as the Hawks are ready to receive this here. A couple of bad snaps by both of the centers. The Hawks actually took advantage of Eastern Greene's bad snaps. Hawks have had 2 bad snaps, but they've got both of them back.
Fortunately, it's not super warm. Right. We'll see how that goes.
But here we go.
Carries 63 yards in the first half. Carries 47 yards. Christian Hamilton had 3 for 12. 2 of 4 passing for Connor, both for touchdowns, both 2 changed balls. First downs, they were 0 for 4.
The Hawks return team is coming out. Jaheim Hamilton and James Walls are the 2 deep, ready to return it. Eastern Greene, number 5 senior Zach West. He's been a great kicker for the Thunderbirds all 4 years of his career. He's ready to kick it off, and it's 14-7 here. Start the first quarter. See what happens here. And they blow the whistle for it to ready to go. Zach West gets his steps ready, has his hand up. He's making his charge to the football and kicks it away. It's a high pooch kick to sophomore Augie Perkeiser. He'll catch it. He'll make a man miss at the left. He'll take it back right to the 39-yard line. Augie Perkeiser makes something out of nothing. They kicked it high up in the air to Augie. He catches it and takes it down, makes James Lewis miss, makes a couple more miss. And they'll start off with a first down at the 39, or excuse me, the 41-yard line. First and 10 Hawks, 14-7, 11:55 to play. Here we go. Connor Chase, back. He's the man in charge. He's back in shotgun. He'll take it himself to the right. He'll be running around, cuts it left, and then he is gobbled up. He is hit behind the. He'll only get a yard. He'll be hit a yard above the marker as it's 2nd and 9 at Springs Valley's 42-yard line. He tried to make something out of nothing there, made a couple people miss, and then was dragged down for just a gain of a yard. You know, they've done a great job this game. You know, at the early downs, both defenses have done a great job, but then it's 3rd and 4th down. The Hawks have converted good. 14-7. I think they're going to want to put it in the air more, maybe. 2 receivers out is James Walsh and Jaheim Hamilton. Connor Chase looks to throw to one of them. He's going to lob it up to James Walsh. He has him. He caught. No! He had him over the shoulder of the T-Birds corner, had it in his hands, and was pushed down and dropped it off contact. That was pretty good coverage there by Jackson Reeves, the junior. I think maybe you give it a little bit more time, let James beat him downfield. He's probably one of the fastest people on the field right now. He's one of the fastest people on the field. He could not pull that one in. That was good defense, good coverage. But now they're looking at another 3rd and 9. They've been in this situation a lot. As the Hawks come down in a new formation, they have trips out to the right. Laren Childers is lined up right next to Connor Chase at their own 39-yard line. Connor Chase snaps the ball. He's looking out right. No, he's looking to pass. I thought he was looking to run. He's still looking. Nowhere to go. He'll throw it to Christian Hamilton. Hits him right in the chest, and he drops it. He ran a little curl route right at the first down marker. Hits him right in the chest, and he drops that pass there. You got to hang on to those, especially for that first down. They really needed that one. Hits Christian right in his chest, and he drops the ball there. The Hawks may punt. Let's see what happens here. You know, as they did last time, they kind of did a little. I think Eastern Greene's catching on here. They're still in their defense formation, but they have a safety a little deep. He's going to fake the snap. Coach Lowe's going to call it. Connor's going to back up again, and their safety's going to back up a whole lot more. Connor's going to punt it again. It's kind of a good punt. It's a line drive. It's going to take an Eastern Greene bounce back towards Springs Valley side, but it's going to be at the 28, Eastern Greene's 28-yard line. They're going to take over with a chance to tie the game up. T-Birds will get it at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10, as they're down 7 with 10:49 to play in the 3rd quarter. Hawks are playing great on defense. They did give up an opening score, but since then they've been really great on defense. They forced a turnover. Eastern, they've been methodicalizing down the field, handing off to James Lewis when they need to, but they've done a great job getting in. They've been doing a great job getting it down the field. Let's see how they can do here. The Hawks are in a 4-man front. Case Jones and Laren Childers, Xander Cook and Laren Childers are the ends. Jonas Hawk hands it off to James Lewis. James Lewis bounces off a tackler, looking for somewhere to go. Nowhere to go. He'll be pushed back in the backfield. Looked like he tried to get a couple more yards. The Hawks rallied together and pushed them back to the line of scrimmage. He'll gain nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Eastern Greene at the 28-yard line. It is. I mean, this front for the Hawks have really done a great job, considering the front for the offensive line is 375 pounds, 320 pounds, 290 pounds, 300 pounds. I mean, they are some big guys, and the Hawks are doing a great job. Ball's loose. Jones Hawks picks it up, still pitches it to James Lewis. He's hit. The ball's loose. Who has it? They're going to say Eastern Greene's ball, but wow, Jonas Hawk catches it, then drops it, picks it back up, and still pitches it to James Lewis. I don't know if the Hawks were expecting him to still pitch it after it was a bad Snap there, but he pitches it, and it'll take them all the way back to the 21-yard line, 3rd and 17 on their own 21-yard line. 9:30 to play in the third quarter. You know, both teams have had a little bit of trouble. Both teams definitely had some trouble trying to get, the snap up. Really being slow here on offense, and there's going to be a penalty flag. What's going to be the call here? Delay of game, Eastern Greene. He was not watching the play clock there as it ticked all the way down to 0, and that is going to hurt. And they go from a 3rd and 17 to a 3rd and 21. 3rd and 21 at the 3rd and 16 at the 3rd and 22 at the 16-yard line. It's going to be at the 16-yard line. Two on either side. Jonas Hawk's going to drop back to throw, looking for somewhere to go. He'll drop it off to number 20, Kason Colvison, his first reception, but he'll get pretty much nothing, only a short gain, and then that'll bring up 4th down, and they're going to bring on their punting crew. The Hawks were forced to punt it, but then they come through and make a couple huge stops and force Eastern Greene to punt it as James Walls drops back to catch this punt. Zach West is set to punt it away from their own 19-yard line. Looks like the Hawks are all ready to rush for it this time. High snap, but it falls right into his hands. He's going to kick it high up in the air. James Walls is going to get under it. No, he's going to fumble the football. It's going to be Eastern Greene football. James Walls goes to catch it. It falls right through his hands. I mean, he was in congested coverage there. He was right there, 3 people around him. He goes to catch it, hits off his chest, and Eastern Greene's going to catch a break there. Hawks make him punt it, but then Eastern Greene catch a huge break as you see the life out of this Hawks crowd kind of go away as Eastern Greene has another chance to go and tie the football game up as they're at their own 39-yard line after the fumble here. He stayed back and then sprinted up on it. I mean, I don't know if that was a good thing, but here we go. Jonas Hawk is lined up to his right, or James Lewis is lined up to Jonas Hawk's right. Jonas Hawk direct left to throw. Punt fakes. He's going to throw it up wide open. Lance Stevens, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Eastern Greene. Lance Stevens was wide open at the left side of the field. James Walls kind of in shambles. He fumbles, and he's the safety, and he's just right on the sideline, wide open there as Case Jones is hurt back in the backfield. It looks like a cramp. And Eastern Greene is back into the game as they score a touchdown. But it looks like a cramp. It's the first game. The sun's hitting you. They're running hard, playing hard, but it's just going to look like it's going to be a cramp. You got to get plenty of fluid in you. But, I mean, the Hawks were set after getting a huge stop. Then they fumble it, and Lance Stevens was streaking wide open down the football field. It's a cramp. It looks maybe like a cramp, but then he started walking off the field and falls again. They're working out his calf. Hopefully just a cramp. Looks like a pretty bad cramp if it is. He's still getting it worked out there.
With Walls Lewis in the backfield, will be attempting to go for 2. But
let's see what they do. Do they tie the game up or do they go up? Case Jones still on the field.
From the team of surveyors and engineers at PRCJ.
That may not be just a cramp as he's limping off the field.
And in the classroom, BRCJ
unfortunately, Mike, it may be a little more than cramps.
Yeah. They're bringing Case over to the sideline.
Case Jones looked like he had a little bit more cramp. He's groaning in pain after that huge touchdown by Eastern Greene. That'll be a huge blow for the Hawks, but Eastern Greene looks like they're just going to take the extra point, and they're going to go to kick it. Let's see what happens. Jaheim Hamilton almost gets in there for the block, but it's going to split the uprights, and it's going to tie the game 14-14. Tie game, 8:45 left in the third quarter. It is 14-14 as the Hawks are getting ready to receive. Hawks fumbling the ball, and then Eastern Greene takes advantage of it as you have a streaking wide open Lance Stevens streaking across the field. He catches it and scores. And now it's a whole different ball game. Eastern Greene had 2 chances. They finally take advantage of one of them. They score. It's tie game. Now the Hawks, all the pressure on the Springs Valley Blackhawks as Case Jones still looks like he's getting up here now, kind of working out his leg injury or apparent leg injury. Don't know exactly what's happening with him right now. But here we go as Eastern Greene goes to kick it off. I mean, it went from the Springs Valley side getting excited and having a great time. Momentum definitely shifted as Eastern Greene fans are loving it over there as the game is tied 14-14. So let's see what happens here. Third quarter, 8:45 to play. Zach West goes to kick it off. He boots it off. It's going to be a high kick right to Augie Perkaiser again. He's going to get some blocks going forward. He's going to make a couple man miss right. He's going to spin off a man. He's going to go and drag another man. He's going to drag the 255-pounder up until the 47-yard line. They're going to keep kicking to the sophomore Augie Perkaiser. He's going to make them pay. Senior Braden Coley is going to come in for Case Jones.
Important here, Mike, that control the ball and we need to put one in here.
They really need one here in the end. They need a touchdown here. 8:39 to play in the third quarter, 14-14. Hawks at their own 47-yard line. Trips out right. Connor Chase tries to draw him off sides, does not work. Trips out right. Larry Childers to his right. Connor Chase asks for the ball. He gets it. Hands it off to Larry Childers. Makes a man miss. Trucks another man. Keeps running up until the 44-yard line in Eastern Greene territory. First down, Springs Valley. He brings it all the way down to Eastern Greene territory.
9-yard gain on the play.
At the 44-yard line. First and 10, Springs Valley. Larry Childers, a senior there, gets the ball, making them all kinds of people miss and running over people. I mean, same formation here. Trips out right. Larry Childers to his right. Connor Chase in the shotgun. They're all looking at the bands after the call comes in for Coach Lowe. Connor Chase, see what they do here. Connor Chase is going to take himself right up the middle. He's going to cut it up left. Great block by Xander Cook. He pancakes a man all the way back behind him and then jumps and lands on him there. Looks like another Xander Cook scraping up there, but he's going to stay up in the game, kind of work it out himself. Case Jones looks like he's good. He's, I think it looked tensed up on him a little bit, and he's getting up and he's stretching out, walking around, drinking Gatorade, drinking water. Looks like he's going to be good. Trips out right again. The Hawks are staying in this formation as it's a first down at the 41-yard line. He'll hand it over to Larry Childers again. Running through a guy, and he may gain a yard or two. Maybe. I think he might have just got back to the line of scrimmage. No, he's going to get one. It's going to be at the 40-yard line for a 3rd and 9. No, excuse me, 2nd down. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. 14-14, 8:04 to play in the third quarter after Eastern Greene ties that one up. Here we go. Connor Chase trips out right. They're going to stay in that same formation, see if they can't catch Eastern Greene off guard. Connor Chase in the shotgun, laying out to his right. Same trips. Trips consist of Augie James. Connor Chase is going to try to take it out right. Eastern Greene was right there for him. Didn't get a lot of blocking there. They ran right through him, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to stay, and it's going to be a loss of the yard at the 41-yard line. 3rd and 9 Hawks. Didn't get, or 3rd and 10 Hawks, excuse me. They didn't get much blocking there. But here we go. They're going to face another 3rd down. Let's see what they can do. Laren Childers out to Connor Chase's right as he's in the shotgun. Receivers on either side. Connor Chase drops back to throw. He's going to throw it up to Jaheim Hamilton. He has a step. It may be pass interference. Late flag. Lance Stevens gets in front of Jaheim Hamilton in the ball. Jaheim tries to fight back for the ball. Looks like Lance Stevens kind of pushed him away from the ball. And they're going to call it. It's going to be an automatic 1st down, Springs Valley.
There was a little bit of contact there.
Jaheim Hamilton tried to fight back for the ball, but instead of looking for the ball, Lance Stevens kind of just keeps running straight through Jaheim. But the officials are going to talk about it, see what they all saw, and see what they're going to call here. Head coach Travis Ray for Eastern Greene is not happy. Let's see what they do here. And let's see what they call here. They're moving the flags, but no indication from the referees. I mean, they're not making indications for us today. Really, I feel as, people that just want to know what's happening, and we need indications. There's no indications by the referees once more. So we're just going to assume there's pass interference. It's going to be automatic 1st down. He threw it right up to Jaheim Hamilton, and it was a pass interference. 1st and 10, Springs Valley at the 28-yard line. Connor Chase is going to take it right up the middle. Goes left. Cuts back right. Running all the way down the middle. Keeps turning his feet. A little after the whistle activity going on by both teams. But they ultimately get up and go back to the ball. It's going to be a 3-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 7, Springs Valley. Second and 7, Springs Valley at the 23-yard line. Or 24-yard line, excuse me. 24-yard line, 2nd and 7, Valley at Eastern Greene's 24. He'll hand it off to Laren Childers. Laren Childers going left. Slips a man tackle. Spins off. Trucks another man. He's going to be at the 11-yard line for a 1st down, Springs Valley. Hand it off to Laren Childers and let him bulldoze people all the way up until the 11 for a 1st down. It's not going to be enough to be in the goal line, but wow, great. Great run there. They hand it right to Laren Childers. He bulldozes, man, spins the guy off. I mean, this is Springs Valley football here. This is what Coach Lowe's implemented in Springs Valley. Let's run the ball down your throat, and they kind of went away from that in the 1st, and now they're right back to it. As they hand it to Christian Hamilton, the junior, makes a man miss. He'll get tackled right up the middle after gaining a couple yards there. Junior Case Jones is back on the field after an injury. We go 3-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd. It's going to be 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line. They still can't get a 1st down at the 1. 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line. Double backs on either side. He's going to hand it off to Laren Childers. He's going to truck a man. He's going to spin and dive. The ball's loose. It's throwing overwhere. Who's going to get on it? Who's got it? Touchdown, Springs Valley! The ball went everywhere. It ping-ponged all around the goal line. It falls in the end zone, and Springs Valley falls on it.
see whoever it is, he is hurt. I think it's Case Jones again.
Case Jones dives on it for a touchdown,
Falls on
but
top
he
of it
hurts
in the
himself
end zone
there.
for the score. Laren carried the ball. He got it down to the 3. He was fighting for more yardage. He lost the
Case Jones looked like he worked it out, but then he dives on it, and it looked like it got re-aggravated there. But other way, it's going to be a touchdown, Springs Valley. Laren Childers had the ball, and he was running it towards the goal line. He gets hit, loses the ball. It rolls all the way around the end zone. And Case Jones lays on that football for a touchdown as they increase the lead to 20-14. Wow, what a play there. I mean, it was kind of an accident, but the Hawks still come out lucky there for a touchdown. We all didn't know what was happening until the officials threw up the touchdown signal as they go up 6 here. Case Jones is hurt again. Looked like he just re-aggravated a cramp, and he's going to grab a water bottle and he's going to walk off the field on his own. 20-14. The Hawks look like they're going to go for 2 again. Third quarter, 5:09 to play. Touchdown, Springs Valley. Now that leg was giving him problems, of course, but he got on the ball, and he's going to score his first varsity touchdown of his high school career. Double running backs again. Connor Chase is going to take it himself. He's going to cut it up left. He's going to dive, and he looks like is he going to be in? No, he'll be short at the half-yard line. And Hawks will just get 6 there. It's going to be 20-14. Springs Valley, 5:09 to play in the third quarter. Great drive there. Ball bounced all around in the end zone. Case Jones ends up on it for a touchdown. Springs Valley. The Hawks, some life coming back to the Hawks side of the field as all the momentum went away from them.
That hurts because they kicked the extra point.
Right.
Griffin's been training him since March. Anakin, number 7.
Well, an unusual set of
2014 Hawks, 5:09. That was a little odd scenario there, but it ends up being 6 for the Hawks as they get ready to kick it off. Laren Childers going to kick it off to the T-Birds.
Ball just shy of the goal line. Man scrambled for the ball. It got batted away, but somehow Case Jones was able to find it in the end zone, and the Hawks able to take the lead. They did not convert the 2-point conversion, however, so they leave the door open a little bit.
The Hawks do not kick the 2-point, but the T-Birds will have a chance to maybe take the lead. Laren Childers is going to kick it off the ground. He's going to bobble it, but he'll take control of it, put his shoulder down and go. And that was number 7, Braden Campbell, senior, 215 pounds, bobbled it a little bit, grabs it and keeps going. T-Birds are going to come back out here on offense for a chance to maybe take the lead after the Hawks don't get the 2-point conversion. But their defense is going to look to hold that one. Case Jones here on the bench. He's hurt. Looked like he wanted to come in. Coach Lowe was like, hey, sit down, calm down, chill out. We'll get you in when you need to. We don't need you in right now to get re-injured. Here we go as Jonas Hawk hands it off to James Lewis, gets a couple yards. He's going to run right into sophomore Ethan Parker. Long-haired Parker stops him back for just a gain of 1. It's going to be 2nd and 9, 4:50 to play in the third quarter, 20-14 Springs Valley. 2nd and 9 here, Ethan Parker with a great play. Eastern Greene in the huddle. They're making some changes here on the offensive side of the ball. Here we go. Jonas Hawk is in the backfield with it appears to be Evan Ferguson to his right. He fakes it to Ferguson, throws it across the middle of the field for a first down to number 15 senior Ty McKnight. He's had himself a pretty good day. It's going to be a first down here in Springs Valley territory at the 44-yard line. Eastern Greene's been running and passing it. I mean, the running hasn't been working so well, this half, the end of the first half, but they mix it up to where when they start passing the ball, the Hawks kind of caught off guard, and they've had a pretty good passing game. It's going to be at the 45-yard line, first and 10, 20-14, 3:58 to play. T-Birds, Jonas Hawk has it. He's going to hand it off to Evan Ferguson. He's going to slip a tackle, stiff arm another man. He's going to drag Jonas Hammond all the way for about a gain of 7 yards. Excuse me, he dragged Ethan Parker to about the 39-yard line, and it's going to be a 2nd and 3 at the 39. The big boy here is in. He's going to take it right up the middle. He is going to be, Peyton Lewis is going to be pushed and pulled all the way back. He looked like he was going to try to break it up the middle, but everybody on that defensive side of Springs Valley sprinted in there and stopped him. And it's going to be third down for the Springs Valley Blackhawks. Or, excuse me, for the T-Birds. It's 3rd and 3 at their Springs Valley's 37-yard line. 2:48 to play. There's 2:48 to play here. Let's see. 2:30 to play. Jonas Hawk. The ball's on the ground again on the snap. They've had problems with that, but Evans Ferguson, he's going to break it loose. But he's finally going to get tackled at the 25-yard line, but there's a flag down. That looks like it's going to be a hold. After a huge gain in a first down, looks like it's going to be a holding. It is holding Springs Valley.
Looks like the T-Birds are really going to break through. Boy, they make a critical mistake.
That was a good run there by the T-Birds, but it's going to be a hold. Didn't want that at all. That's not good for the T-Birds, but it's good for the Hawks. It's going to be a 3rd and third. Yeah, it's going to be about a 3rd and 13 there for the Hawks, or for the T-Birds.
10-yard spot penalty.
Excuse me. It's going to be a 3rd and 9 at Springs Valley's 44-yard line. Eastern Greene has it. Jonas Hawk is in the shotgun with Evan Ferguson standing next to him. They have doubles on either side. The quarterback's going to take it up the middle of himself on a 3rd down. He's going to get around 4. It's definitely not going to be enough for the first down. And I think that's most likely going to be pretty far for a kick. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to punt it? They are in Springs Valley territory at the 40-yard line, 4th and 5. What do they do here? Decision to make. Let's see.
I think James Lewis is still on the sideline, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Got his helmet off.
Well, that's got to hurt the T-Birds as well. Let's see if the Hawks can make a big play. 4th and 5 for the Valley.
4th and 5. T-Birds. James Lewis looks to be limping on the sideline. And Springs Valley is going to jump, and they're going to give the T-Birds a first down.
Should be enough to give.
5-yard penalty on the Blackhawks.
The T-Birds,
First down,
the Hawks were right there to make a huge stand, and they make them jump off sides for a first down. James Lewis on Eastern Greene is shaking up. Looks like an ankle injury that he had in this exact game last year. It happens again, and he's wobbling around on the sideline there. Minute 13 to play in the 3rd quarter, 20-14 Hawks.
Eastern at the Valley 35. Coming up on a minute to go, 3rd quarter. As Hawk takes the snap, hands off to Perkingstad, slips a tackle at the line of scrimmage, trying to get to the outside, and is pushed out of
Perkins on the carry. Throwing that out there before three.
A 4-yard gain there.
Second down.
He's got the speed, Lewis does, but he's got good balance and he sees the field real well.
It is going to be a 2nd and 6 there for the T-Birds.
32, so a gain of 3, second down.
Gain and 4, and it's going to be a 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
This is where maybe like in the college and pros.
It is 20-14. Here we go. Jonas Hawk is back there to receive, or excuse me, to get the. But it's going to be blown up in the backfield, but he's still going to keep it. Looks like the ball bounced up around and caught it, and that's going to go absolutely nowhere there.
Berkingstad, but the Hawks got so much
1-yard loss.
he almost handed off to the Hawks.
And it's third down.
Third down. T-Birds. Hawks looking for a huge stop here. It's 30 seconds there. Clock reads 30 seconds there.
Get in there and create some havoc. So third down and 8 now.
3rd and 8, 22 seconds. See, no, they can't take it to the half because the time there on the play clock. Jonas Hawk drops by. He's gonna look like he's gonna throw DPS all day. He's gonna throw it to the big 255-pounder, but it's gonna be incomplete. 8 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Peyton Lewis was intended to catch it, and it's going to be broken up there by James Walls. He breaks that pass up.
So it's 4th and 8 with 9 seconds left in the half. So T-Birds will have to run a play here before the end of the quarter. And again, Hawks set up that 4th down. Now if they jump offside, they can't pick up the 1st down. But
Now it is 4th and 8, 8 seconds to play.
don't bite on that first cadence.
He had a lot of time to throw, I know that time.
Here we go. See if he's going to drop back to throw again. Larry Trues is all over him. Man held him. He's going to take off for a 1st down, but King Pritchett and Tegan Romer stop him. He's going to be short. Let's see. He's short. Springs Valley ball. 1st down. Hawks with 0.4 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. What a stop there. What a play there. They had the quarterbacks running there, and then Larry Trues looks like he's going to wobble off. I mean, they've had a couple of injuries here. Case Jones still walking up and down the sideline trying to stretch out his injury. And now Larry is getting his leg stretched there. It looks like he has a cramp. So injuries not been great.
Basically 1 second.
1st game, Larry Trues is cramping. Looks like the Hawks always cramp. But Connor Chase here. Receiver on each side. Connor Chase is going to take it up the middle. He's going to cut it back right. He's finally going to get tackled around the 32-yard line, but that's going to end the quarter. Hawks are up 20-14 as we begin the 4th quarter. 4th quarter here in Springs Valley. First Friday Night Lights of the year. It's going to be the 4th quarter as the Hawks go up 20-14. Welcome back to Death Valley here as we're set to go in the 4th quarter, 20-14. Hawks.
They've also got the football ball at their own 32-yard line, second down and 5.
It's 20-14 Hawks. Springs out has a ball at the 32-yard line, second and 5. Connor Chase has the ball with Christian Hamilton to his left. Connor Chase is going to take it himself, going right. Cuts it up the middle, makes a man miss, makes another man miss. He's still on his feet for the first down and tumbles over the ref. Connor Chase was rumbling and stumbling, and he ends up stumbling right over the referee for a first down, Springs Valley.
First down.
First down, Hawks, 11:51 to play. The umpires ran over, but he pops right up and appears to be fine. But Eastern Greene, there is an injury on their big lineman there.
Injury timeout on the field.
Obviously, what is hurt is
I should have said that.
Senior Bryce Teague is hurt, and he's huge. Defensive line, he's 280 pounds. They really need him there. And he looks pretty banged up there, so he's going to be helped off of the field.
By the way, that was a 9-yard run for Connor Chase. He now has 15 carries, 67 yards.
Connor Chase with 16 carries and 67 yards. He's had a great day so far. But here we go. Hawks are on 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. 11:51 to play in the fourth quarter. 20-14 Springs Valley. Here we go. Connor Chase in the backfield. Guy to his left. Give it to Connor Chase. He's going to be going right. He's going to take it right up the middle. He's still, excuse me. Thought he was still on his feet, but that was going to be the guard. And Xander Cook looks to wobbling just on one foot. Looks like a cramp. Bunch of cramps here. But Xander Cook kind of wobbles a little bit, works the cramp out, and he's going to stay on the field. Connor Chase, I thought he was still going, but they blew the whistle dead there. It's 2nd and 6 at their own 45-yard line. 11:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Connor Chase is in shotgun. Laren Childress to his left. 2 receivers out on either side. Ollie Perkins playing the wing. Connor Chase takes the snap, hands it off to Laren Childress. He bounces off a tackler. He cuts it back up. He's going to slip up around the 50-yard line. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a loss of 4, and then he made man miss, used his strength, and got up to about midfield. It is going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 in midfield. Bunch of cramps here. Looks like they're just working on a bunch of cramps here on the sideline. And that comes with the first game of the year. It is. It's just going to come with the first game of the year. That's just what happens. But here we go. As Connor Chase here is in shotgun. He's going to take it himself right. Bounce back left. Then keeps going right. He's going to be short of that first down there. No, he's going to get it. First, they're going to mark him over. It's going to be a first down, Springs Valley. 10:07 to play in the fourth quarter. Connor Chase gets the first down there. James Lewis, after being injured, he runs back onto the field there. 2-yard gain and a first down. They are now in Eastern Greene territory at the 48-yard line. Christian Hamilton back in the game now. He's lined up to Connor Chase's left. Split receivers on either side. Connor Chase. He'll take the snap. He bobbles the snap. It's a fumble. Ball's on the ground. Connor Chase dives on it. Connor Chase bobbled it, then tried to hand it to Christian Hamilton while he bobbled it, and then he had to dive on it there for a huge loss. It's going to be 2nd and 20 at the 45. 2nd and 17 now they're back at their own 45, and it's 2nd and 17, 9:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Hawks are up 6, 20-14.
Back Eastern up to about the 15, 20
Let's see what happens here. It's just 2nd and 17. The Hawks, they want to score, but they're also trying to take as much time as they possibly can to give Eastern Greene a less of a chance. Augie Perkaj is in here at back. It's going to be a timeout.
Timeout called by Valley, I think.
Timeout, Springs Valley.
Jason Lowe, play clock is running down once again.
He's going to take one of his 2 timeouts.
Timeout on the field, 8:54 left in this one.
Springs Valley Youth Football League
With a 20 to 14
starts
lead
action
on
this
Eastern
weekend.
Greene.
20 to 14. Hawks, 8:54 to play after timeout was called.
3rd and 4th.
The boys
Valley
are,
Black team versus West Washington at 1:40
you know, they
p.m.
bunch of, fatigue and cramps. That's just what happens in the first game of the year. But they fought through it.
Blackhawk football teams.
Great game here on Friday Night Lights as the Hawks are just up 6. Now they're at their own 45-yard line after a fumbled snap there. And a timeout for Coach Lowe. That's his first of the second half, I believe.
Mike Hamilton, Kevin Mills here at Spring Valley High School.
Welcome back to Death Valley. I'm Speedy Lee, announcing here in the fourth quarter, 8:54 to play. Springs Valley's at their own 45 with on 2nd and 17. Trips out left, Connor Chase with Laren Childers to his left. Connor Chase. Snap goes to him. He's going to run out. He's going to look to throw the ball. He's looking somewhere to go. He makes another man miss. He makes another man miss. He's running out left. He's going to run it up the middle, and he's going to be hit hard after just a gain of 1 there. He was trying to get loose, trying to find somebody open, pays the price there,
2-yard gain on the play. 3rd down.
and gets a 2-yard gain. It's now going to be 3rd and 14
You know, the experience he's got in playing football
at the
for 3 years.
48-yard line.
He didn't make a mistake and throw it to them where they run it back.
See what happens. 3rd and 14 at the 48-yard line. Connor Chase is back out there.
14 out from the 40.
Splits on either side. Laren Childers is to his left, 3rd and 15. You know, they want to run it 2. Reads the play clock. They snap it. They're going to throw it to James Walsh. He's going to catch it for a first down. First down, Springs Valley at Eastern Greene's 44-yard line. That was not a first down.
Chase's pass complete to number 15, James Walsh.
On the play.
8-yard gain on the play.
A big gain there, not a first down. They were behind the line of scrimmage, so it was not a first down.
We'll see what Jason Lowe elects to do. Go for it, and if you're successful, you keep the
Be
ball.
4th and 6. Springs Valley, let's see what they do. They're in Eastern Green territory at the 44-yard line. Let's see. They are going to go for it, it looks like. Laren Childers is lined up to his left. Doubles out to the left. Timeout. No, delay a game. No, timeout. Springs Valley. Play clock was going down. Coach Lowe is telling Connor Chase he needs to watch that play clock. And it goes down, and Coach Lowe's going to have to burn another timeout. 7:14 to play. 20 to 14 Hawks. Coming out on the field, it's 7 minutes and 14 seconds to play here in the game. It's 4th and 6 for the Hawks. They're going to come out like they're going to go for it here again. One timeout left for the Hawks. But here we go, fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get it. This would be huge. They need it right here. He's going to fake it. He's going to come and play action. Looking right. He's going to throw it to James Walsh. He's going to catch it. It is for first down. Makes a man lift at the left. He's still running. Slipping in a tackle. First down, Springs Valley. Over to the, gets inside the 25, all the way until the 22-yard line. Connor Chase is making some out of nothing, running out of the pocket. finding James Walls once again, but there's a flag down.
I think the second one was a dead ball.
There is 2 flags down here.
And the Hawks can only hope that that one is on
2
Eastern.
penalties on the play.
This more than
See what
likely
happens.
is going to come back because it's probably a procedure call here against the Hawks. It was thrown at the line of scrimmage. Had it been offsides, the play would have been killed immediately. So you've got to
So let's see what happens here.
Goes against Valley here. There's a nice reception by James Walls and then a good run after the catch to the 25-yard line. And they are going to call them offsetting penalties.
They are offset, so
Penalties. Replay the down.
they're going to have to replay 4th and 6. A huge gain by James Walls, but they're going to have to replay it.
Then you would enforce the 5-yard penalty and then the 15-yard penalty on Eastern. But apparently,
Doubles out to Carn Chase's right as he's in shotgun. Christian Hamilton's to his left. 7:05 to play in the 4th, and it's going to be 4th and 6 one more time.
had a call back. Let's see if
Eastern Green's running all across the field. Are they going to call a timeout?
the officials are going to get together.
What's going to happen here? They're going to talk about something here as they stop the play. They want the clock reset the play clock. 25 to play on the play clock. 7:05 here in the 4th quarter. Valley's up 20-4. This is biggest play here in the game. It's a fumbled snap, and that is not good at all. Fumble snap for the Hawks. It is going to be recovered by the Hawks, but it's 4th down. T-Birds football with 7:01 to play. T-Birds are going to be at their own 44-yard line. Costly mistake there. Momentum swaps sides once again. Hawks are just up 6 points. 7 minutes to play, and the T-Birds are at their own 43-yard line. Excuse me, they're at their own 47-yard line. T-Birds are at their own 47-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. James Lewis is back in here on offense. Jonas Hawk, they're in a little offset I formation. Jonas Hawk snaps it. He's going to hand it to James Lewis. James Lewis is going to cut left. He's going to have a bunch of room. He's down the middle. He's back in the game. He's going to get pushed all the way down to the 25-yard line. 1st down, Eastern Green Thunderbirds. After the huge mistake, Eastern Green has been doing a great job of taking advantage of mistakes. They do that time. James Lewis is back, and they're going to run it right up the middle. And it's going to be 6:53 to play in the ball game. 1st down at the 25 at their Springs Valley's 25-yard line. They're going to be in the same formation. 1 receiver out left, offset I formation. James Lewis is behind him. They're going to give it to James Lewis again. He's going to cut back right. Cuts back right this time. And he's going to run right into Connor Chase for about a gain of 1. Connor Chase gets a great tackle there. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line now.
Short gain on the play.
4-yard line. 2nd down and 9 now for the T-Birds.
2nd and 9 at the 24 here. 6:12 to play in the ball game. T-Bird's going to tuck it over in the huddle. But now the Hawks, they made a couple mistakes. T-Birds, they've taken advantage of them. They've taken advantage here. They're now in field goal range. They do have a great field goal kicker, but it's 5:58 to play. And the Hawks, they've slowed down here in the second half. A bunch of injuries. Ball's on the floor. They still hand it off to James Lewis. He's going to be tackled back in the backfield by Tegan Rominger. Bad snap, and here comes Junior Case Jones, who's missed a lot of the second half due to injury, and he's going to come back in trying to get this defense back kick-started. It's going to be 3rd down. This is huge here. 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13 at the 28-yard line. See what happens here. 13. Case Jones is back in here. Hawks up 6, 20-14. Eastern Green, I think they're going to call a timeout. No, they're going to raise the play clock back up. Excuse me. They haven't raised it up yet. Now they're ready to call their play. They're going to try to run the time down as much as possible.
They have plenty of time now to get their play called.
I'm just going to run out of time.
I think they're going to just run it out and call timeout. Maybe not. They're going to run it out as much as they can because they want to score and then leave Springs Valley little to no time as they run to the line. He's going to hand it off to Evan Ferguson. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to slip a couple tackles, but then he's going to finally get brought down after just a couple of yards.
Tackle by number 55, Greene Collier.
Here we go. This is it right here. The biggest play in the entire game. 4th and 9. They're going to call a timeout to talk over it. Eastern Greene is going to call a timeout to call over it, as this is the biggest play in the ball game. 4:28 to play here in the 4th quarter. Hawks are up 20-14. See you after the timeout. Welcome back here. It's been a defensive battle for both teams. Let's see, here we go here. Biggest play in the entire ball game here. 4th and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Let's see what happens. They're going to fake the handoff. He's going to go out right to throw it. Has a guy, throws it up, picked up! James Walsh picks it up! He's going the other way! Such a tackle! He's at midfield! He's at the 50! He's at the 45! 40! 35! 30! Brought down! And at the 28-yard line! Hawks football! What a play! What a play there! First down, Springs Valley! That was the biggest play of the ball game there. That was 4th down. That was huge. And James Wallace picks it off and takes it all the way down, and he looks hurt. After the biggest play of the entire ball game, he looks like he's going to be down hurt. Looks like a cramp. Oh, there's going to be a flag down. They may bring it back down. That may bring it back here, but they're going to keep the interception. It's going to bring it back a bunch of yards, but they're going to keep the interception because it happened after the interception. James Walls looks like he's cramping up there after a huge pick and run. Still going to be Springs Valley football.
But there is another injured Springs Valley player. I don't know if that's James or not. But I'll tell you what, boy, did he, he had that bubble pop.
What a play. I mean, he's making up for he's making up for that there. That is the biggest play of this football game here. They needed that. They pick it off in the biggest play of the game. James Walls cramps, but he's going to walk it off the field, and it's going to be Springs Valley football at their own 18-yard line. 1st and 10 at their own 18, 20-14, 4:11 to play here in the 4th quarter. See what happens here. 2 timeouts for Eastern Greene. The crowd's getting into it here in Death Valley. Here we go. 4 minutes, 11 seconds. They are up 6. Connor Chase in the shotgun here. Larry Childers to his right. Split receivers on either side. Connor Chase is going to take it himself right up the middle. Make a man miss at the left side. Making more men miss. He'll get about 9 or 10 yards. Now he's going to get a first down, Springs Valley. 12-yard gain, Springs Valley. First down, Connor Chase. He'll be at the 30-yard line. 20-14 Hawks, 3:55 to play here in the 4th quarter. What a play by James Walls. Interception and taken all the way down. They get brought back, but they still keep the ball, and then Connor Chase comes out with a huge run. Here in a minute, the Eastern Greene are going to have to use their last couple of timeouts, but a couple of first downs could salt this game away. Connor Chase, he's going to take it again. He's going to stutter step it, then he's going to run it right down the gut. He's just going to get about 1 or 2 yards.
Connor Chase on the keeper. 3-yard gain on the play. Second down.
Be 2nd and 7 at their own 33-yard line. 3:19 to play.
Timeouts for now, they will not. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. That is the 21st carry of the game now for Connor for 84 yards.
Connor has carried the football 21 times today. Has about 85 yards.
Down to 4 on the play clock. So
Connor Chase down here. They got to watch the play clock. They get it off before. Oh, and he slips. Trying to make a cut. He slips for about a loss of 2. Timeout Eastern Greene as it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 Springs Valley. 2:46. Timeout Eastern Greene.
back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. That'll bring up now a 3rd down and 7.
And I will see you right after the timeout. T-Birds are down 6, but it's 3rd and 7. They called a timeout, trying to give themselves a chance here after a huge interception by James Walls. You kind of, I mean, if you're Blackhawks, you really want to convert this. It's huge. They only have 1 timeout left. You convert this and maybe get another first down, and that could be game.
Good enough to pick up 7 yards and a first down.
Yeah, you'd still have
See what happens.
In the air.
3rd and 7. You need a first down here.
Keep it on the ground and then, he may roll Connor out. I can see him doing that. And that
Here we go. Connor Chase is coming out. Hey, maybe they throw the ball, maybe they run it. We don't know here yet. Connor Chase has it with Augie Perkaiser to his left, splits out to his left as well. He's gonna roll out, looking for somewhere to go. He's gonna lob it out. Jaheim Hoffman's arm, but he catches it at the 45. It's down at the 31-yard line, and there's a penalty flag right where he caught it. First down, Springs Valley.
first down.
Get a pass right on the money.
Right to his chest there. Connor Chase rolls out, throws it right to Jaheim Hamilton's chest for a first down. What a play there. There's a flag right down next to Jaheim Hamilton. What's that going to be?
A face mask call, and this will tack some more yardage on as well.
Personal foul penalty against
It is going to be, yeah, face mask, and that's going to add more. What a play there. That was huge. Connor Chase rolls out and delivers an absolute dime right to the chest of Jaheim Hamilton.
That was a 35-yard pass play, and then the penalty will tack on another 15, and that will give us another automatic Tucker insurance first down. They will move it up to the 17-yard line.
See what happens here. 2:37 to go in the 4th quarter. Hawks are just up 6 after a huge play there by Connor and Jaheim Hamilton.
They didn't have to make a difficult pass, and Connor was able to catch, his receiver was wide open downfield.
2:35 to play. They did not use their timeout. Eastern Greene only has 1 timeout left, 2:30. They may be forced to use it
Remaining, and now
if Hawks can get a first down here. Let's see.
make sure you secure that football.
8 seconds to go. Hawks just want to keep it on the ground and keep the football in their hands. Connor Chase is going to keep it. He's going to run it up the middle. Keep 2 hands on the ball.
number 22, Connor Chase. On
Timeout, T-Birds. So they're going to use their 3rd and final timeout. 2:07 to play. Hawks are up 6, 20-14. Now this is Friday Night Light Football.
shots. 2:07
Here we are.
left.
We are
Valley up 20 to
back here in
14.
the game.
Second and 9. Now up to 16. And while they don't have to score, the important thing is using up that clock. Ball snapped back to Connor, looking for running room, getting to the outside, and I think he wants to stay in bounds, and he does. So the clock will continue to run inside the 15 for about
Clock continues to run there. There's going to be a flag that will stop it. 1:59 to play here in the ball game. It's going to be a flag, maybe a holding here. I don't know what's going to be the call.
He stayed in bounds, so the clock would continue to run. So I would think that it would be in Eastern's best interest to decline the penalty. But they are marking it back. So that will work definitely in the Hawks' favor. So it'll bring up second down over. So the ball back to the 26-yard line.
If we hang on to the ball, Mike, the best Eastern can do is get the ball back with 30 seconds to go in the game. Looks like that, we just hang on to it.
Here we go now here. 1:59 here to play in the ball game. At Eastern's about 28-yard line, Connor Chase has it. He's going to run it right. He's going to keep going. Run it right up the middle. He's going to keep churning his legs about to the 20-yard line. Eastern Greene can't do anything but hope their team doesn't get a first. Hope they don't get a first down because they can't stop the clock. There is an injury there on the field. Jonas Hammond. He's going to get back up. There's a penalty there on the field.
Wow. All of a sudden, Valley's not been guilty of holding for, 45 minutes here. No, it's going to be a personal foul against
Personal foul. Eastern Greene, unnecessary roughness there. It's going to be automatic first down, Springs Valley, and that's going to bring them closer to the victory as a minute 46 to play in the ball game. They're up 6.
Will go as a 6-yard carry.
And Eastern Greene has no timeouts. Springs Valley is going to be at the 10-yard line. First and goal to go. Travis Ray is the head coach of Eastern Greene, is livid on the sideline over that penalty call here. But a minute 46 to play. Springs Valley, they might pull away a score here. Let's see what happens. Connor Chase, he's going to take it right up the middle. He's going to move it back right. He's going to move back left. He's going to reach it up to about the 5-yard line. He's going to gain a 5 as the clock keeps ticking. No, the clock is stopped for some reason. Why is the clock stopped?
First down, and now, again, the Hawks don't necessarily have to score, leading 20 to 14, but they just need to hang on to the football here.
Clock is running. 1:33 to play in the ball game.
Eastern is out of timeouts, or not.
Springs Valley's going to hold it. They're out of timeouts. 13, 12, 11 on the play clock. They're going to run it down to as short as possible. He's going to keep running the clock down. He's going to snap. He's going to take it himself. He's going to run right. He's going to be tackled immediately, but it's going to be second down, and they're just going to keep running that clock.
I think now, Mike, he'll probably go down on one knee, I would think.
I was going to say, Hawks should just have to run one more play.
We go, and 59 seconds to play. Play clock reads 24 seconds.
What a thriller we have had here
But
tonight.
I think that will do it. They're going to have to run one more play. They might just hand it off. But what a game here. Some huge plays interceptions, fumbles, players running around everywhere. Injuries have happened. But just what a great time as Connor Chase is going to take a knee, and Springs Valley's going to win the football game 20-14. Crowd loves it, and that's going to be the first win of Friday nights. That'll do it. That is it. I'm Speedy Lee, and I'm out.